Hi, if you're new to the Insta360 Go 3, then here are some settings that I suggest you change straight away. Now first is the really annoying obnoxious beep that when it starts recording. Now the whole point of the Go 3 is that it's really tiny and discreet, but with this setting it seems to announce to the whole world that it's in recording mode. So swipe down from the top of the screen and then choose the volume icon. Now you have a choice of a number of volume levels. To switch off completely, scroll down to the bottom and choose mute. But if you don't mind the beep, for example, perhaps you're in a noisy environment and just want to have it a bit quiet, and then perhaps change it to medium or low instead. Now the next setting is to stop the screen from going off, which is going to do after 30 seconds, which is really annoying. Now to change this, what you need to do is swipe to the right over here until you see the cog icon. Click on that, and then where you have general here, click on that guy and then scroll down and you should see it says screen auto sleep. Now mine at the moment is set to 90 seconds, but the default is actually 30 seconds. So that's really quite aggressive. Now what this means is that it's going to blank out the screen literally after 30 seconds of being idle. Now it's actually possible just to just tap the screen to wake it up. So if you find this at 30 seconds is really annoying like I do, then perhaps set it to something like 90 seconds or maybe even 3 minutes. Now you have an option of actually setting it to never, but what happens here is that obviously that's going to consume more battery power. But what you can do, and once you've sort of finished recording, is simply just press the on off button on the side here, which is just at the top just over here. Click it once and notice that the screen goes off. So that's one way of just not actually having the automatic screen off mode, but you just want to manually switch it off. And then you can just tap the screen and it's going to come back to life again. Now the next setting is the automatic power off of the camera itself. Again, if you swipe down from the top here, swipe to the right, go to the cog once again, go to general and then scroll down a bit. Notice we have auto power off and it's currently set to 3 minutes. So if you click on that guy there, we have a number of options, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, also in never. So once again, this setting, as you can probably guess, will actually power off the camera after a certain period of time if it's actually idle. So you can, if 3 minutes is a little bit too much for you, you can choose something like 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Or once again, you can actually click never if you want, and then you can just manually switch off the camera when you're not using it. So obviously if you set it to never, it's going to actually consume more battery power. Okay, let's move on, and if you go back to the main settings here, all the way back to the start here, the next major setting to change is obviously the screen brightness. So this is where we have the sun icon just here. So if you click on that, we can obviously change the brightness level of the screen here. Now I just need to take off my lens cover that I've got in the background here, so you can see the brightness go up and down. So obviously if you can change it to as low as you possibly can to conserve battery power where it's actually still comfortable to be able to still see the screen. Now the next setting that may be of use is this quick capture here, which is this little symbol of this rocket here. Now what this setting does is that if the actual action pod is switched off, then this quick capture setting means that if you hit the record button at the top here, then it's going to automatically switch on the action pods and then it's going to immediately start recording. So it's almost a little bit of a quick access from switching off to immediately recording, and obviously that does consume a little bit of battery power to do that, but you may find that convenience is worth it. Now what we can do is we can actually control the video mode that the quick capture is set to. So when you hit the button here, it's going to default to going to the video mode, and if you double click the button, it's going to default going to free frame video mode. Now you can actually configure that if we go across to where we have the cog here and then scroll down, notice we have quick capture settings here, it's currently switched on. If we click on that, we have a couple of options that says single press and double press. So the single press, we can choose the shooting mode here. So it's going to go to the video mode, but we can click on that guy. And for example, we may want to change it to one of the other options like photo mode or free frame video or something like that. So if you're actually always using, say for example, the video mode, you may want to set the single press and the double press to exactly the same mode, which I've done here. Now it's going to default to free frame mode, but I've just chosen to have it both set to video, just so it doesn't really matter which whether I single press it or double press it. Now you can also configure, for example, some custom parameters. If you click on that guy here, we can choose things like the resolution and the frame rate, and whether it's an automatic mode or the lens, for example, here. So we can choose ultra wide, or we could change it to narrow or something like that. Now of course you have the ability by having double press or single press, so you could for example have single press set to a lower resolution and double press going to a higher resolution, or you could choose like different lenses or something like that. So that's how you can control it in the quick capture settings. So that controls the settings that when I press the button or double press the button here, that's the video mode it's going to go to. Now there is another option that is the actual related to the button on the actual camera itself. So the button's just here, you can single press it or you can double press it, and that is the GO3 button. And once it's out of the pod, it can go in it can record in video mode or in another mode if I double press it. And you can actually configure that guy as well, and it's just literally next to where we were. So if we go to the cog and go down to where we have a GO3 button settings, let's click on that, and once again, just like before, we have a single press and a double press, and we can choose the shooting mode of that as well. So basically the differences between the GO3 button is controls the actual button on the GO3 itself, and the quick capture is what controls the mode of the actual button when it's inside the action pod. Okay guys, so there are my suggestions for settings to change, especially when you're new to the GO3 camera. As always, if you find this video useful, please like, share the video to others who might find it interesting. Alright, take care, and I shall see you soon.